On today's small interview project, I'll be talking to Elise-Marie Holford from Fondues. Alright, today I'm with Elise-Marie Holford from Fondues. How are you today, Elise?
I'm well, thanks, Tony. How are you?
I'm excellent. Tell me all about Fondues.
Okay, well, Fondues is a gourmet fondue catering service that travels to homes and venues all over Canberra.
Right.
So, if you imagine having your own personal chef, me, coming to your place and transforming your dining room table, creating a sense of fun and nostalgia while you and your guests sit back, relax and get hip and dip.
So look, I'm very ignorant on fondues. Is fondue just the cheese? Or is there a whole lot
there's
of other
also
things?
the bourguignon, which is an oil-based fondue.
Okay.
So you dip different variety of meats or seafood. You can do tempura, and that gets dipped into the hot oil.
So it's a whole meal?
It's a whole meal.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have a supper, or you can have an entree, a cheese. I also do savoury, like a mushroom or a cauliflower with smoked paprika.
Okay.
And
you're making me hungry.
The famous chocolate fondue as well. I also do fruit-based, which is like a berry or a pineapple punch.
Okay.
So there's a large variety of different fondues.
And what's the best?
Oh, the most popular would be the liqueur-based chocolate fondues, like a B52 or an orange flavoured, or just like in general, the chocolate fondues seem to be the most popular, Tony.
Yeah, okay.
It was for me growing up anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. So how'd you get involved in that?
Back in the 70s, my parents used to host fondue parties, so it was my most fondest memories growing up.
Yep.
My dad used to unhitch a couple of doors and put them up on bricks, and everyone would bring their cushions and they'd all sit around the table and we'd all get hip and we'd dip in and have a load of fun. It was
It's very sort of community vibe,
definitely.
Socially based.
Oh, it's a very interactive form of eating. It's comfort food as well. It's also retro dining. I also do the love pot, which is romantic dining for two people. Okay, cool. Or I do functions for all occasions.
You have me intrigued now about the whole concept.
Yeah.
So, tell me, why do you own a business?
Well, I guess from my childhood memories, it was my most fondest memory growing up.
Yep.
And I wanted to bring that experience to the people here in Canberra, so that I wanted to bring back the fondue concept. Being a chef as well, it was a way for me to develop my own creativity as well, and my love of food and fun. Yeah.
So you mentioned you're a chef. Is fondue just the area you specialise in, or is there a general chef that you go and do other functions?
No, I'm just a fondue caterer at this point.
All right, no, that's good. Keep it nice and targeted. Which is good.
There's so many different options you can have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fondue, people don't realise.
And how long have you been in business?
It's in the early start-up phase at the moment, so 12 months.
Okay, excellent.
Just over 12 months.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
So this question is probably, I'm sure you've got a few things there, but if you had your time over again and were starting, what would you change?
That's a hard question. I don't believe in, I think no regrets is one of my mottos. The most difficult challenge, if you want, was probably developing my business plan. I started off on the NEIS program, the New Enterprise Incentive Scheme, and I was given 6 weeks to do a comprehensive business plan, but now it's my greatest asset. Yeah.
I was going to say you're probably one of the few people actually that I talk to in my general sort of business role who actually have a plan. So big advantage if you have a plan.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's great. That's a part of the NEIS program. To be accepted onto the program, you need to develop the business plan first, and then they see that it's viable and give you the green light. And some mentoring along the way, which is fantastic.
Excellent. And hopefully that business plan's a living document. It's not just keeping the door closed or open or anything like that.
No, I check in every now and again.
Okay. So you mentioned that was one of your challenges, so you sort of jumped into my next question there. Is that your main challenge, or do you have any other?
I guess my main challenge was starting. I've had this concept idea in my head for 20 years.
Oh, okay.
So for me, a lot of people were saying you can't do it. You know, it's too hard. But I think you really got to just do it. And that's what I did. So taking that first step was the biggest challenge. It's actually making that first call to the NEIS people. Definitely. So doing that, and now I'm here.
Just having the courage to start.
Is
always a challenge.
Step out.
One of the important things for businesses is actually working on your business versus in the business. working on the planning and the strategy and all those sorts of things. How do you find a balance between the two there?
Well, as I'm still in my startup phase, I'm working more on the business. So I'm still refining my menus.
Okay.
My marketing plan. I'm building up my website. I'm connecting to social network and social media.
Okay.
And I'm also doing networking, a lot of networking.
Right.
I've been called a serial networker. That's good, because my first customer came from networking, so I think that's great.
And what's your networking strategy? What's your preferred method of networking?
Turn up.
Yeah. So you'll go to anything? Go to
I'm
opening
open
of a
to
box?
everything.
Or,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
I'm open to everything.
Okay.
And
all right.
anything. Yeah, it's great.
Okay. And look, it's very important, especially in the Canberra market, because the business community is quite strong and quite solid, and it's very supportive too.
Oh, so it's fantastic. It's having that gratitude for the business support that I've received so far, and the mentoring that I've received. I'm connected to a few other business places in Canberra.
Sure.
Probably won't mention.
Yep, no, that's
fine. But they're great.
Excellent. No, that's
I know who they are.
Yeah. I'm sure we can track them down if we search you
That's
up.
it.
And my final question for you, Elise-Marie, is what advice would you have for somebody who was you 12 months ago going and starting a business?
Like Nike, just do it.
Yeah.
Take that leap, jump in, get it started, make that call.
Yeah.
A story that I have that I like to share with people is my mother passed away a couple of years ago, and she inspired me in life to start Fondues. She always said she had a really good feeling about it, and we're really connected. And after she passed away, she left me a little bit of gold, her wedding ring and a few other things. And I went to the jeweller to try to sell it to raise some funds to start the business, to start buying some things and get registered. And the jewellers, they didn't offer me very much money. Right. But there was one clip, it was like a clip that goes around a scarf. Yeah. And it had an engraving on it. It was all worn out, and I couldn't read what it said. Right. So I asked the jeweller if he could use his little micro thing and have a look and tell me what it said. And it was, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Nice. My hairs just stood up, and I was like crying. And so that's my motto. Every day, just make a call, send an email, just do something. Yeah.
And that's a great story to sort of integrate into your story as well.
Absolutely.
As you sort of as you progress the business. So
that's good. Connects me to my mother.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, no, look, thank you very much for that, Elise-Marie. Look, that's a great concept, something that I've learnt a bit about today, so that's good for me. And good luck with your business, and thanks for being part of my small interview project.
And thank you, Tony, for the opportunity.
Pleasure.
Great.